Have you ever tried to cut down on legal fees or try to remove one attorney from the equation altogether? You're going to want to watch this video. This is dual representation, almost like a buy one, get one free kind of idea, and it's a flat fee, so no hourly billing. Do you have a crazy divorce lawyer story? Let us know in the comments below. Hi everyone, this is Joseph Zhang. I'm the managing partner here at Zhang & Associates, and we specialize in solving legal problems with creative solutions. Today's success story is about a dual representation in a divorce proceeding. It's exactly solving a legal problem with a creative way. So, typically, in a divorce proceeding, you have two different attorneys representing both sides. In this particular case, the client will not do that. I didn't really want to do the case. Our firm don't do contested type cases, but we represented the family for over a decade. We did all of their immigration work, their business work, their incorporation work. Their two Taiwan tycoons, family merged together, and unfortunately, the children are getting a divorce. Normally, each family would just hire their own attorney and they will fight it out in court and it will be fair. Unfortunately, it would be super expensive and the clients would not want to do that. Just the initial consultation session, understanding all the finances and how the Taiwan company is linked to the US company, is linked to the family partnership, etc. The uncle actually owns it, but the title is actually under the wife. It would cost over $10,000, $20,000 just for them to explain it all, let alone actually trying to figure out how to divide it. So they both came to me saying, can I do their divorce? I can't. I don't do a litigation type family divorces. It's a completely different type of practice. We're a transactional type of firm. We pump through cases. We focus on efficiency. We focus on creative solutions. We don't focus on extensive litigation. Litigation firms typically, they do like 5 or 10 cases and that's all they do all year and they just bill by hour. We try to bill by case, bill by matter, and try to pump it out as fast as possible. The only way I'm willing to do this is if I'm hired as a mediator first. My only job is to help the two of you come to an agreement, a full marital settlement agreement, how to divide everything, very similar to a prenup, postnup, but in this case, it's a marital settlement agreement, how to divide all the assets. I don't represent A, I don't represent B, I don't represent the husband, I don't represent the wife, I don't represent the Chens, and I don't represent the Lins. I'm just a neutral mediator helping the both parties to understand exactly what's at stake and come to an agreement. And they said, yes. So the next few months, I was able to meet with both families, different relatives, different business partners, and really come up with a settlement agreement that both parties were willing to sign. After we locked in that agreement, then I am able to be retained as an attorney representing both parties to push the paperwork through the courts. So a lot of people don't understand how one attorney can represent both parties. Wouldn't there be a conflict of interest? Yes and no. It will be a conflict of interest if there are different issues that they're trying to fight over. For example, child custody, alimony. But if all of that has already been resolved, they already agreed, they already signed, there's no more issue other than let's just get it finalized. I just want the divorce decree. So once the families are able to sign this marital settlement agreement, there's no more issue at play. All they need to do is get this document through the courts in order for them to get the divorce decree. And that's just a lot of form filling and pushing it through. Everybody is all waving this, waving that, notice to serve, acknowledgement of receipt. It's just about getting it done. It's just a process. Very similar to a CPA, that's how they like to think about it, even though technically it isn't because it's still attorney representation. But basically, the most crucial and most difficult part is the marital settlement agreement. A lot of firms out there, when they represent one party, the marital settlement agreement is the end thing. It's the last thing they do. And that creates a lot of different problems. There's a lot of uncertainty at play. The attorney doesn't know how much time that they're going to devote to a case. The client doesn't know how much time the other party is going to make them pay for because they're fighting for different issues. So when in the world of all that uncertainty, the only fair way is to bill by time. If the marital settlement agreement is already signed, there's no more issue to contest. It's just the paperwork. So in this case, we're able to complete it on a flat fee and everybody was super happy. This is dual representation. It applies to very, very few clients, but if the clients are able to do this, it will save a ton of money. In this case, it's really not about the money for the Chens and the Lins. They already have all the documents, but it's about really understanding and being able to trust one attorney to come to a mediation. And we were able to finish everything within a year. And for a big family and a very litigious divorce, it's actually quite a miracle to be able to get it through so fast. The most difficult part of it is really the marital settlement agreement, but because that was the focal point, everybody treated it like a business transaction. Every Wednesday meeting, every Friday review, an offer, an acceptance, a counter offer. There's all these things that in play and everybody's on it in the same page. In the end, it was very successful. It was very smooth. I remember the day the marital settlement agreement was signed, both of them got on a plane and just flew to different countries. They just like straight up left because it was done, right? To them, they knew that once the marital settlement agreement is signed, then afterwards, it's really just completing the process and then me updating them. All right, so that's it. So that's how we do divorces at our firm. We try to do mediation and then a dual representation. If everything's already agreed upon, then we just directly go into the dual representation. I think that's a creative way to solve a legal problem that a lot of people have. Try to keep costs low, make it super efficient. I believe in that kind of stuff. If you like this video, please like and subscribe below. If you have any unique solutions to legal problems, in this case, it was a divorce and mediation and dual representation, feel free to let us know, leave a comment below. We would love to hear about it. And feel free to reach out to us anytime. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.